Good afternoon. I think this is going to go to the investors. It's been a while since I did a video, or I may just upload it to YouTube. I made a note because I wanted to cut this video a couple of days ago when I saw something. And God is really dealing with me this season about seed time and harvest. You guys know I'm a part of GS Partners, and right now there's something amazing going on. I think everybody, if you're connected to me, you already know because we put the word out because it's a phenomenal opportunity that he's doing. So a couple of days ago, well, there was a release that was supposed to happen on Wednesday, right? And they needed to delay it until Monday. You know, I mean, I'm an IT girl, so yeah, it happens all the time. But here's what I said when I heard him pull back and said we're not going to release it till Monday. They had some things they needed to clear out or clear up, whatever. And when it comes to IT and technical stuff, happens all the time. So not surprised by that. But first I said, his level of excellence and the way he does things, but there is an energy about him that is, I always have a hard time explaining him, but I feel it. He wants the first place. Their second is not an option. He wants first place. He wants to be known as number one. He's a self-made billionaire. And he's going to end up in first place, and he's going to take every one of us who see the vision with him. There are going to be a lot of people that miss this, and yeah, it's going to be one of those Bitcoin things, right? But that was the first thing I thought about. I said, this man here, he is, second place is just not an option for him. So no, he's not going to release anything that's going to potentially put him in a bad light. And technology releases has nothing to do with anything negative. It just has to do with technology. Something, you know, you go through testing, phases of testing, and so forth and so on, and not everything passes. And so sometimes I've been on projects where they released it anyway because they had a workaround. So I kind of know that background story of what's happening in the back. Like, no, we're not doing a workaround. It's going to be right coming out the gate because I don't want to have to go back in and change something and say, this is why we changed it. Do it right the first time. Love that. But here's what got my attention, primarily because of the season that I'm in. He said, for the individuals that are supporting my vision, that are putting in the time and the effort, and sometimes we don't know everything, we're trusting God. And we knew something like this was coming. For those of us that are, really walking spiritual discernment, we knew this was coming. We didn't know what it looked like, but we knew it was coming. So we're trusting God, and we see his vision, and we're supporting his vision, and he knows that. And I've seen him do this a couple of times, but for whatever reason, this time it hit me different. When they changed the release date from Wednesday, this past Wednesday, to this coming Monday. Now, that's not a lot of time. We didn't change release dates for 4 months, 6 months, okay? Not going to make it by the end of the year. It's going to be first quarter 2022. But no, we're talking a few days. We're talking a few days. But he knows the individuals who have his vision and have his back. He's sowing a seed, and he's been doing that since day one. So what he's saying is, for those individuals who are business partners and have partnered with him in this vision, he's sowing into us. As business partners, we pay a $49 administrative fee, blockchain fee, every single year. This is our first year. We knew we were going to have to pay that fee coming out of the launch, so it wasn't a surprise. But here's what he did. To reward those individuals, and the way you can tell is because they paid the $49, business versus customer. He's given us 999 Lydian line tokens, and they basically equate to $1 a piece. Do the math. But what we're going to do with them, we're going to put them in Lydian world. And because we are business builders and we're supporting his vision. He's sowing a seed into us. Y'all hear me. Hear me. I don't know what it is about sowing and reaping we don't get. How in the heck can you reap a harvest from a space you haven't sown? He is sowing into the people that's got his back. He is sowing into the people that know we're going to carry this thing across the finish line. And he knows that. We're gonna ride the what they say, ride the rails, ride it up and down, whatever we have to do, we're gonna do that. Because I noticed this several months ago. This is not about money for him. The man is a self-made billionaire. It's just so many houses and cars and boats and private planes and jets that you can buy. So this is not about money for him. This is about legacy, not his, ours. This is about him leaving a mark in this earth. Because he mentioned his family is taken care of 3 to 4 generations deep. So it's his legacy that he's going from country to country. I mean, yeah, he has a private jet, but he's in Germany one day, he in Dubai the next day. I mean, this man uses a private jet like I use my car. And he has to because of who he is and what he's trying to make happen. He is building something. I hear a lot of people talk about the price of the coin. This is not that kind of coin. You know how people jumped in on the whole, you guys know the dog coin, Doge and all that. Oh my God, it's going up. This Doge has no utility. There's nothing behind Doge other than Elon Musk. Is that his name? Yeah. There's nothing behind it. But people jumped in with $50 because they're trying to turn 50 into 200. This is not that kind of thing. If you don't have the right mindset, you're going to miss things like this. Because you're always looking for that quick turnaround, that quick buck. I just want to double my money. This is not that kind of deal, guys. This is that kind of deal that, you know what, God? If you don't come through, I'm not going to have enough retirement. If you don't come through, I'm not going to be able to leave my children's children what the word says I'm supposed to leave. I'm supposed to leave a wealth for my children and my children's children. I'm not going to have that if I don't do something like this and be aggressive with this. That's what this is about. This is not about you sitting on 50,000 coins or 100,000 coins and I just wanted to get to $1. No. I want something that's going to pay me long after I'm gone. Long-term residual, passive residual income that my children's children will be benefiting when Nana John are going on to be with the Lord. That's what this is about. So if you don't see that, you have to listen to him. I can't even articulate. Because when I listen to him, I hear his spirit. And this is not about money for him. This is about legacy, but it's about legacy for us. He wants another generation, another group of people, especially the ones that's supporting him and his vision, to experience the lifestyle that he has. Because he came from nothing. So he knows what that's about. He didn't come with a silver spoon in his mouth. So his life is amazing. So he wants our children and our children's children to experience what he has. That's his legacy. Because he's already taken care of his family financially. So now he's looking to leave his mark in the earth. And I said this I said, he doesn't have to do that. We're talking less than a week. But for our patience, he's basically giving us $1,000 if you paid your administrative fee. And oh, by the way, if you want to pay it by Monday, you're going to still get the $1,000. Lydian line tokens to put in Lydian World. When you put tokens in Lydian World, that gives you opportunity to be a citizen in those individual countries, which means you will be able to reap from the income, the passive residual income that's coming out of that individual country, and you don't have to refer not one soul. Not one. So I've watched him do this, but I've seen him do this several times. Come back, sow into us. And I said this today on the call. I said, there is absolutely no way this man is not going to reap a harvest in this environment. I will stake the word on that, because the way he sows into the ground that is going to yield the fruit, it has to come to pass. And oh, it will. It will. And everything that he wants for us, for those of us that will ride this with him and do what we're supposed to do, our lives will never be the same. Never be the same. I know someone's already prophetically said some things about money for me. I receive it. Got a prophetic word this morning. But I just had to say that because that was so tangible for me, to see him sow into us, and really something that was a 5-day delay. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. But then he did. Because there's no way you're going to reap a harvest without sowing a seed that's going to help you generate that harvest. Sometimes we sow seeds into people and we think it's just because of who they are. We're believing God for something, and we go and we sow a seed into somebody because of who they are. But is that where God wanted you to sow the seed? I'm getting ready to do something, and I knew I was going to have to sow. But what I was waiting on was where. Because just because somebody's got a name, just because somebody is this, that, and the other thing doesn't necessarily mean that's the ground for that harvest. That's all I'm saying. So I'm watching him walk the word. I don't know if he realized what he's doing or not, but I am watching this man walk the word. He's not just talking, he is walking this thing out. And his strength and his beliefs, like he could care less whether, because this gonna happen with or without us, honestly. Crypto Steve said this the other day. A lot of this was already in play before he agreed to bring the membership on board. He was doing it anyway. And Crypto Steve showed us some videos that proved that. He said, guys, look at the date of this thing. Look at what it says and what it didn't say. It was already recorded. It was already ready to go. So he's going to do it with or without us. He just would rather do it with us because he knows it's going to change our lives. But I saw that. I was like, man, this man. I've seen visionaries, and I love working with them. It really does inspire me to take my visionary game up. But I've never seen anyone like him. That he's in such a place in his life that he, really doesn't have to do what he's doing. But then, like I said, he does. So I wanted to leave this message because, first of all, I'm going to drop this in the Investors Club. Some of y'all sleeping, that's okay. But I am putting this out there. Hopefully you will log into your back office. If the little pop-up comes up and says, do you want to upgrade to a partner? Click the button and pay the $49 and get your $1,000. I'm just saying. You need help with the first list of countries you need to take a look at. I can help you with that. I basically, Crypto Steve put out an incredible series of videos that honestly, series 1 and series 2 will take care of that $1,000, and he gives you a list of what countries to go in first and so forth. So yeah, when I woke up and I saw all of them coins sitting in my back office, I said, Lord, thank you. Because I had my little strategy over here. I was following what Crypto Steve told me to do, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get a little bit more aggressive, right? Oh, thank you, Dr. Well, I was gonna say Dr. Joseph, but thank you, Joseph. Mr. Heit, we so appreciate you. But I appreciate his heart. I appreciate his obedience, his discernment. But he's absolutely doing the right thing, because the harvest that he wants to come out of this ecosystem is gonna come from where he sows his seed. That's what I'm learning. That's what God is teaching me. Because I was getting ready to do something, to release something, and I was getting ready to sow it because it just seemed like the natural thing to do. God said, that's a different kind of harvest. That's not the harvest you're sowing for. What are you sowing for? And I'm sowing for this. Who do you know has done this? Or has the ability and capability of doing this on the level that you're about to do it? Ooh, got it. Or supports you, has spoken into your life and in this arena, in this area. Okay, got it. That's the harvest that I want. So when I saw him do that, I said, ooh, God, yeah. he absolutely is going to reap a harvest from this because of look how he's sowing. So yeah, that crop has to come up. So anyway, guys, I'm done. Didn't mean for this to be that long, but I was just really moved today. And anytime I listen to him, he just inspires me. So have a great day. Go get your 1,000.